Well, welcome Team Galloway to week number 3. We've been talking about support on the game wall, and I'm so thankful that so many of you were able to come tonight. I know Friday night is a popular night for, basketball, track, and, date night and, things like that. So anyway, thanks so much for coming and encouraging one another. One of the things that I wrote about today was I was so pleased to see how far along our entire team is. Our entire team is within shooting distance of 1,000 points each. And this is my 4th challenge. I have not had a team yet as engaged as all of you. And I just want to congratulate you on how well you are engaging and grabbing your points. And when you're getting your points and reading them, I know that you're learning healthy habits. So anyway, congratulations. And I just want to encourage you this last 10 days or so, go in each day, grab your points. The more you participate, participation equals results, really, because the more you learn and the more you digest. Now, I don't mean to be punny, but, digesting the ideas, you'll be able to utilize them, and it can change how you think about food and change, how you walk forward. So anyway, one of the things I wanted to ask this week was, what choice have you made this week that you feel good about? Just ponder that for a moment. Is there a choice you made this week that you feel good about? What about you, Melissa? Do you have an idea?
Well, a couple of things, and I don't know if I shared this last Friday night, but I've added in every morning as soon as I get up,
Mm-hmm.
I'm making sure I drink a 20-ounce glass of water.
Mm-hmm.
And I wasn't doing that before. I would just kind of sip on water, and then I would have coffee first, and then I'd have water throughout the day. But I'm having that glass of water, and the other thing is I've signed up for another 5K next Saturday.
Now, are you doing the one tomorrow in Sulphur Springs?
No, that's next Saturday in Sulphur Springs.
Oh, okay.
It's the 25th.
Okay. All these dates are running together. I guess I was getting confused. Debbie Wiley, who teaches kindergarten at the elementary, she and I did a bike ride last year called Tour de Cypress. It leaves from Mount Vernon and goes around Lake Cypress, and I loved it. It was 40 miles. I mean, we chose the 40-mile route. I mean, see, there's like 20, 30, 40, and 75 and 100, depending on, whether you're a real roadie or not. But anyway, last year I had been on my bike maybe 5 times, so I was geared up to do 40. Well, I've only been on my bike twice and haven't gone very far and injured my arm because my front derailleur is not working. That means the gear shifter for my front cogs is not working properly. So I had to tell her, I'm sorry, I'm really not physically prepared to go 40 miles tomorrow. So anyway, I mean, it sounds like a lot, but believe me, you can bike a lot farther than you can run. And yeah, a lot farther than you can run. And even if I know this area is kind of flat, but when I was living in Ohio and we occasionally had hills, I'm not sure. We're getting some feedback from somewhere. I don't know. Does someone have a TV on or? Maybe I can probably mute all a minute. Just a minute. Let me see here. Well, okay. I guess it's this thing here. Okay, I'm gonna mute you guys briefly, and then I was just gonna say that when you're biking, you can bike a lot farther than you can walk or run. And if you're in a hilly area, my biking buddy used to say, well, Pamela, I haven't met a hill I couldn't walk up. So we would hop off our bikes, walk up that hill, get to the top, So anyway, I love cycling because I love finding out what's over the next hill and what's around the next corner, you know. So anyway, that's my 2 bits for my favorite type of activity. So anybody else, what's a choice that you made this week that you feel good about?
Well, I drank 48 ounces of water by breakfast.
Whoa!
Wow.
Woo!
So I'm through with my water today. I don't want to be up all night.
I see.
I've drunk over 80 ounces.
Okay, so you're loading up early in the day so that you don't have the issue of needing to unload it at night when you're sleeping.
Hopefully.
Good for you. Okay, all right. How about you, Ruth Lampy? Is there a decision you made this week that you feel good about?
Not a new decision,
Well, it
that I
doesn't have to be
haven't
new.
but definitely to get all of my water in every day,
Okay.
and almost every day some kind of activity. So that's
Yay!
good.
Well, how about you, Linda Lamb? Was there a decision you
I
made?
cannot think of anything. I'm still working on my water, and I'm like Melissa. I'm drinking about 20 ounces right off the bat,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
and then working. That leaves me 60 ounces for the rest of the day. And
Okay. And, 80 ounces is like really bare minimum, and they really encourage us to work up to 1/2 our body weight in ounces. So, like when I weighed 200 pounds, and yes, I did. I weighed 226 pounds. I was so embarrassed. But anyway, back when I weighed 200 pounds, it would be 100 ounces of water that would
I conquered the 80 first.
Okay, that's true. That's true. But anyway, let's work up to half your body weight in ounces, because that's what would keep you well hydrated, is what I'm getting at. But okay, Lisa, you're sort of in the dark. There's not a light in front of you. But is there a decision you made this week that you feel good about? Let's see. I may have to unmute you guys.
Well, I'm choosing water. I used to drink all. I'm saying I'm choosing water now. I don't drink anything but water.
Yeah.
Good girl.
Good girl. Good girl. Well, I have to chuckle at Dawn Goldthorne. I'm looking forward to her joining us on a Zoom, but she's been keeping us up to date on the wall. Like, wow, I drove past Sonic and I didn't get Coca-Cola. Now I'm 3 weeks without Coca-Cola. She's got this. And she even texted me this week, hey, Miss Pam, I still haven't had a Coca-Cola. So, she's doing well and learning to enjoy her water. So, well, let me ask you this. What's been your biggest hump to get over during this challenge?
Sugar.
Sugar? Avoiding
Sugar.
Okay, avoiding sugary desserts. Okay, so that's been your biggest hump.
Yeah.
What, anyone else?
Actually, I can't say avoiding it. I'm still cutting back because I can't avoid it altogether. I'm just not there.
I see. You're not there yet. Well, what I can suggest is beginning with breakfast, make sure you have your breakfast that has protein and veggie, or protein and fruit. I know it seems strange to have veggies for breakfast, but I mean, you can have veggies, And in fact, the other day, asparagus is on sale right now, and oh, I love asparagus. It's something like $1.75 at Walmart. So, I mean, I sauteed some the other day, and, I can have asparagus at breakfast time, the leftovers. It's veggies. But anyway, the more you have veggie and protein and protein and fruit every 3 hours or so, that will go a long way to help cut out some cravings, Linda. And that will help you. Yes, Ruth?
I love to saute some spinach, some fresh spinach, and then scramble an egg in with it.
Mm.
Mozzarella on top. You got, I mean,
Oh, that sounds good.
it may not be folded and technically an omelet, but to me it's an omelet, and it is really good and very filling.
Oh, wow. That's an excellent idea.
Yes, it is.
Mm-hmm. Little,
I had it for lunch yesterday.
so sauteed spinach, and, you know, Pammy would throw in some onions and garlic.
And bell pepper.
Yeah. But anyway, and then now, are you saying that you kind of move the spinach out to the outer parts and put the egg in the middle? Or
No, I lay the spinach out and then pour the egg on top of it and kind of let it solidify on the bottom and then turn it over.
Oh, interesting.
It's almost like a pancake.
Okay.
Like a frittata.
Okay.
Yeah, there you go.
I call it a frittata.
Okay. Now, we just lost Lisa. I hope she'll get back. But she was telling me her internet at home is kind of iffy, and she utilizes her phone, whether she's in the car or at home. Okay. Well, one of the things I wanted to talk about was, you know, this week has been support. And, you know, creating an environment of support is so important for us.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to mute again. I keep hearing something in the background. So I can still hear it. Yes. Okay. Okay. Can you hear me right now? Okay. I have you guys muted. But when I believe when you want to talk, you can just do this, and you probably can unmute yourself. If not, I'll unmute you. But you know, creating well, for lack of a better term, a cocoon of support is so important. And you know, we can see this on our team. So many of us are supportive of each other, whether it's by a phone call or seeing someone in person in Brookshire's or making comments on the wall. And, you know, sometimes a number of you have invited friends, and that even makes it more fun. So, you know, being around supportive friends really helps healthy habits become contagious, because I think you did read about how people are most like the people that they are around. If you hang out with people who have poor eating habits, you're likely to do the same thing. And in just the same way, if you hang out with people who have healthy eating habits, you'll begin to change your habits to become more healthy. So that's really cool. You know, just the support that we're all getting through this challenge. Now, one of the things I wanted to ask you to think about, now, April's almost done. You know, we've got like 10 days. Even now, start asking your friends to join you in May, because that is so powerful for you to have some personal friends join you. But be thinking, you know, at the end of April, I know we all have short-term goals that we, you know, like our 3%, our 1,000 points. I wanted you to think about, how will you reward yourself when you complete your April goal? Now, these are small goals. You know, we don't have to wait until some big goal to reward ourselves. So what ideas do you have to reward yourself at the end of April? I've got 2 up here, but I thought I'd let someone chime in. Does someone have an idea how they're going to reward themselves? Okay, Ann.
Well, I would be able to wear some of the clothes in my closet that I couldn't before.
Great. Okay. And that seems like a reward in itself. It's almost like a new wardrobe, right? Whoops, that's an alarm on my phone. That's too funny. I don't know if you could hear that. It's like a spring going boing, boing. Well, one of the things I'm planning to do, the other day I was over at Karen Piper's, and we were trying to do an exercise video, and I don't have a yoga mat yet. So I'm thinking about giving myself the gift of a yoga mat. Just go down to Walmart and buy one. That way I can do exercises on the floor. And see, she has a concrete floor in her family room. So, okay, Ruth?
I'm trying to find a clogging coach who will teach me beginner clogging.
Wow.
There is a class out in Holly Lake, but they're all advanced. So I'm trying to talk a friend into teaching me beginner clogging. So clogging lessons would probably be my reward.
Neat.
Good.
Because I need something beside line dancing that I really like to do to get some activity.
And clogging, I mean, I've seen it on a video before. That's a pretty active dance. So,
That is.
yes,
It's
I think
cardiovascular workout.
I think it'd be fun to learn how to clog. So when you do find out, would you let us know where, your classes might be and how much it is?
Sure.
Okay. Anyone else have an idea on how they're going to reward themselves? I mean, some people may give themselves a pedicure. Some people, may buy themselves a bouquet of flowers. I mean, it doesn't have to be real big, but go ahead, Melissa.
Well, I've already met both of my goals now for April, and I've been living with one pair of blue jeans for the last few weeks, and so I've decided I'm going to go buy one more pair. I cleaned out closets the other day and piled up. I have tons of clothes to give away to some friends, and I have a lot of clothes that I'm saving for my mother-in-law to alter when she comes in a couple of weeks. But I'm going to go reward myself with another pair of blue jeans tomorrow.
Okay, so so Melissa, are you saying you have met your 3% goal already?
Oh yes, and I'm doing really well. I've even lost since Wednesday because I just happened to look because I had a stomach virus on Tuesday. And so when I weighed on Wednesday, I actually didn't even put down what the scale said because I felt like I had probably lost water weight. And so this morning I checked to see because I felt like I was going to gain some back, but I haven't gained any back. In fact, I'm down even a little more. So I was very thrilled. Yeah, I'm doing very well. I've already met both 1,000 points and the 3%.
Yay. In fact, I did notice that there's at least 3 of us that could hit it today.
Yeah, I hit it today and you did.
And Laura Weiss was the first to hit it. She's out there in Las Vegas on a surprise birthday trip that her husband treated her to. I guess he kidnapped her and took her to Las Vegas with family. That's kind of neat when your spouse surprises you with a trip. You don't know where you're going, for a birthday. So I was just real happy for her that she hit the 1,000 points even before the coach, So, and the rest of you are very close behind. And I figured it out mathematically, even without the bonus points. The 1,000 points is reachable for every person on this team.
That's good.
Every day they will hit it. And then, of course, there's usually some bonus points. And that can ensure some of you hit it if you have a day or so that you don't get in there. Okay. I'm sitting here laughing because I keep hearing this feedback, and I'm not sure where it's coming
like a dog barking.
It sounds like somebody's TV on in the background.
Well, it sounds to me like the adults on Charlie Brown. Wah, 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 wah,
I really need to start making this fun.
Okay, Josh. Josh is cooking tonight. He's making chicken, Oriental chicken and asparagus mushroom stir fry. And I had asked him if he'd done all the chopping, and I had asked him if he would cook it when we're done, so we didn't hear a lot of stuff. But anyway, go for it, Josh. You go, big guy.
Yay!
Yay, Josh! He is brushing up on his culinary skills. He made a wonderful pumpkin yesterday, and he's been cooking. So, anyway. Lisa, are you there? Lisa, are you there?
It shows her muted over here.
Okay. I have unmuted everybody.
There you go.
Okay, Lisa, is there a way that you want to is there something you want to comment about, whether it was something that you made a good choice about this week, or a way that you want to reward yourself at the end of April? Do you have an idea about that? Or you could talk about what's been your biggest hump in this event.
As well.
I don't think her sound is working.
We're having a hard time hearing you. You could almost keyboard. Now, I know the rest of us, there is a chat function here. And I don't know if you want to try the chat function, but she's using a phone, so it may be kind of hard to do that. But, whoa.
Well.
See, we can't hear you, Lisa. I'm so sorry. Do you think we could hear you better if you're on the porch? I don't know. But
Now she's muted again.
Can you hear me?
yes, now we can. Okay, was there something you wanted to share with us tonight?
Yeah, I unmuted. I said I don't think I ordered. I don't know how.
Okay, well, we're still having a hard time hearing. Let's see. Well, let me ask you this. I know, let's see, how many of us in this room are doing, this is a repeat challenge for us. I mean, it's a repeat for me. I know it's a repeat. And I think it's a repeat for Lisa, too. And Linda Lamb.
Yes.
Wow. So 5 out of 6 of us, we're repeat challengers. Now, how about a tip to help finish strong? What would you say to someone in the room to help them finish strong? Okay, go for it, Melissa.
I just would reiterate today's daily reading nailed it on the head.
Okay.
You have to be your biggest supporter. If you don't believe in yourself and you don't believe you can do it, no one else is going to do it for you. You have to dream that dream and see yourself where you want to be, and you have to believe in yourself that you can get there, because you can wish good food in your house, you can wish and think you want to exercise. Man, I wish I would get out there and exercise, but you've got to believe in yourself enough to say, I can do it. Not only can I do it, but I will do it. So I loved that daily reading today, because that is foundational. You are your biggest supporter. And
in a sense, we need to value ourselves enough to do it.
Mm-hmm.
We need to love ourselves and value ourselves. And, and I guess another way I think about it, our bodies are the temple of the Lord. I think everybody on this call is a believer. And so, taking good care of our bodies enables us to serve the Lord longer.
Mm-hmm.
Your body. So, it's being a good steward of what God's given us. Yes, Ruth Lampy.
Also, the Bible says that we're to love each other as we love ourselves. And we can't love somebody else if we don't love ourselves enough to take care of ourselves.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So it's not a selfish thing to take care of you.
No.
Right.
It's an unselfish thing, because then you can love somebody else because you feel good about yourself.
Well,
right.
When you fly on an airplane, the stewardess gives you all these instructions, and she says, in the event of decompression, the oxygen mask will drop down. Now, you know that the instruction is put the mask on yourself first and then help your child. Because if you don't take care of your own health first, you're no help to anybody else.
Right.
So that's kind of, you can apply that to our physical body and our emotional health too. Yes, Ann?
Well, I was a little bit discouraged because I know I'm losing weight because my clothes fit looser, but the scales hadn't found it out yet.
Well, sometimes we're losing inches, and
So,
sometimes we're losing weight.
Today I started telling myself I'm losing weight. And I tell Joseph I'm losing weight. Stand in front of the mirror and say, I'm losing weight.
Well, I think I'd stand in front of the mirror and say, I am getting healthier.
Yes.
I'm eating healthier. I've got more energy. I'm sleeping better.
Mm-hmm.
Whether I've got fewer numbers on the scale is one thing, but fewer inches around your waist is a whole other thing. So
And more energy. Mm-hmm.
I think we can all say we are getting healthier.
Yes.
And that's more important than losing weight.
Absolutely.
Exactly. Because you take care of your health, the weight will come.
Right.
And in truth, this whole thing has to do with better health. We're not on a diet. This whole healthy game, not a diet. We're focused on the overall person with their stress, their water, their sleep, their activity, and their eating habits. Yes, Ann.
Well, I have had a problem with the sodium because so many of the things have too much sodium in it.
Right.
I've started making my own soup and buying a full circle chicken broth with only 8% sodium.
Wow. Cool.
It costs more, but I think it's worth it.
Yeah.
And my husband needs to watch his sodium too.
Mm-hmm. And see, and you'll notice that when we start getting healthy, our family around us frequently gets healthy or frequently desires to start eating more healthily. So you can't help but assist Joseph in eating more healthy when you're preparing it more healthy. And, now let me ask you this. How many of you have supportive family members, and how many of you have sabotagers that are either in the office or in the home? I know you mentioned something one day, Melissa, at work.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, there were donuts also yesterday, but I didn't eat one. They're not even. I just turned the other way.
Yesterday I was at Quitman Elementary, and the teachers all had this carry-in brunch, and it was basically baked potatoes with fixings, various salads, and there was like twice as many desserts. Now I'm talking about 2 long tables and more of desserts. I didn't even go past them. I didn't even wasn't even tempted, because I was focused on, I want to get back down the scale, and I was focused on salad, So, I have kind of, how shall I put it? Not been as serious this time around as I was in March. I've had some almonds, and sometimes I grab a handful and grab another. And sometimes I have some yogurt. So this last 10 days, I'm needing to be a little more careful to make sure I hit my 3%. But anyway, how about you, Linda Lamb? Are the family members that live with you supportive or a little bit?
Or sabotage.
Uh-oh.
My dad has to have his chips and cookies or candy or something on a nonstop basis. It's got to be around, or he'll make a trip to go get something.
Well, in that case, I would suggest that you maybe have one cabinet set aside. You have his goodies, so that they're not on the counter calling your name.
No, he keeps them on. He likes them on the table within arm's reach. Where I have my own, because I get my 2 squares of dark chocolate a day, but I keep it in the back refrigerator, so I've got to make a special trip to go get it.
Well, I would suggest, how you have like a cake cover? You could do something like that, cover things up, or even put foil over it.
Yes.
Say, Dad, I'm really trying to grow healthier. I'm concerned about my health. Would you help me by not having these out and, out in the open so much? It would help me a lot
Right.
if we can either tuck these under a lid or cake cover. I know you love me, Dad, and I know you want me to be healthier, and sometimes they just don't think about it until we bring it up. Yeah.
Well, he's always said that he'll help any way he can. And I've come to realize that's as long as it doesn't interfere with his.
Well, it doesn't have to interfere with his goodies. I mean, and what I typically would do if we're running out of time, we're down to less than a minute, but for years I would purchase goodies for my family so I didn't have to cook it, mix it, smell the aroma of it baking,
Right.
The thing is, we've chosen to do this plan, our families have not. So with that, I want to wish you all a great week, and thank you for coming to Zoom tonight, and go Team Galloway. Woo-hoo! I would love to have 100% of us hit 1,000 points.